This man is too tough. He hangs himself from a rope every day to strengthen his muscles. Then he lifts a 500-pound barrel to practice squats. He would lose his penis if he was not careful. At night, he lies down on bamboo sticks to practice his resistance to blows, even though he was covered in wounds. But he still did not dare to give up. So why does he torture himself like this? The man's name is Stan. He was an evil real estate businessman. He used to trick old ladies into paying high prices for his poor-quality houses. Finally, he was caught red-handed. The judge saw that he was cheating old people with Alzheimer's, so they took special care of him and put him in the most violent prison in America. His friend said that once you enter this prison, you will never come out alive. Stan was terrified when he heard that. Luckily, his lawyer helped him get a 6-month probation. He looked at his big, luxurious house and his beautiful wife. He could never die in prison. He had to make himself strong. So the next day, he hired a martial arts master at great expense. Not only did he have to practice his fighting skills every day, the master also had to change Stan's body through diet. He gave Stan a blackened chowder in the morning. If Stan could never swallow it, then he gave him a little more spice. He said if you didn't drink it, the prison staff would feed it to you. Stan has no choice but to drink it all in one gulp. He'd come back at noon to eat a live baby's steak. After that, he learned Chinese Kung Fu from the master. He was slapped in the mouth by the master at first. After practice, he was able to fight the master twice. He went from not being able to kick a dummy to being able to break a brick with one punch. By practicing day and night, he gradually learned the real Kung Fu. He even learns the master's unique technique, one finger just like a penis. Stan was on his way to prison. A strong man next to him tried to harass him. Stan defeated him with a single kung fu move. He turned his head away from him and didn't dare to mess with him again. When he arrived at the prison, he asked his cellmate who was the bully here. The inmates introduced him to several of them. First of all, this black gang leader once killed a fellow inmate with one punch. This Mexican boss likes to instigate fights. Then there's the white gang. They like to group together often 10 people to fight one person. But the one you can mess with is this man. He was so big and tall, so he used to pick people up and bully them. No one in the prison would dare to mess with him. Once Stan heard that, he identified his target. This man came to the prison and tried to challenge this 6'6" man. Raymond didn't have time for him. He yelled out to the crowd that Raymond was a pervert. Raymond is nothing but a bully to the weak. Raymond was furious when he heard that. He took off his jacket and came at Stan. As he was about to strike, Stan backhanded him. He grabbed his wrist and twisted him into a twist. Then he broke all his fingers one by one. Through the screen I can feel the pain for him. Then kicked him out of consciousness. The white gang leader saw Stan so brave and rushed up to invite him to join his gang. As a result, he was punched by Stan and his pants almost fell down. At that moment, the black gang leader led his men to surround him again. They do not allow black people to be beaten, so they came to take revenge for Raymond. They knew one man couldn't beat Stan, so they all went at him together. Stan dodged a few times and then started to fight back. He kicked them down with his knees and feet. Then he backhanded them with a slap. The guys next to him were yelling for them to get Stan, and Stan knew it. He had to build up his reputation in this fight. Otherwise, he'd be in for a rough ride. He grabbed them up and threw the cloth out. Then he knocked them all down with a few blows with a mop. At that moment, a cook with the swords came from nowhere. He looked very good, but he only looked good. He was knocked to the ground by Stan. By now the black boss was stunned. Stan came over and knocked out several of his teeth with a single punch. Stan was able to build up his reputation in the prison. Everyone treated him with respect. Some people came forward to be his men, and all this was seen by the warden. One day the warden had him brought to his office. As soon as he came in, he handed him cigarettes and fine wine. It turned out that the warden was asking for his help. He said that soon the prison would be demolished. He wanted to build a resort here. Stan happens to be an expert on the subject, so he wanted Stan to help him with the planning. In return, he would get Stan out of prison as soon as possible. Stan was overjoyed and agreed to the warden's request right away. With the warden's protection, he could do whatever he wanted in prison. Not only did he get a separate office, he got to see his wife once a month. That day he gathered the inmates together. He wanted to start a campaign against prison violence. At first, they didn't agree, but Stan said if anyone didn't agree, they should come out and fight him. Immediately, everyone became silent. What about the extra hormones? The inmate just turned on the recorder and danced. When you're not happy, you dance. When they are happy, they still dance. Anyway, nothing is better than dancing. Under his rule, the prison became a peaceful place. There was no longer any distinction between black and white. They played basketball together. They played chess together. When it was a black man's birthday, the whites would offer to give them birthday presents, and the blacks would serve them fresh orange juice from the toilet. Everyone enjoyed this life. Only the warden was unhappy because it would interfere with his plans. He was the worst warden ever. He saw that the inmates were getting along very well and were no longer violent. He immediately threatened Stan to restore violence to the prison, or his sentence would be increased from 3 to 5 years. It turns out that the Board of Supervisors is coming to visit the prison in a few days. He wanted the inmates to fight each other with weapons. He wants people to bleed and people to die, so that he could be forced to shoot the prisoners. And to cover up this scandal, the Board of Supervisors will definitely close the prison. Then he'll be able to use the land to develop a resort and make a lot of money. On the one hand, he could get out of prison and be reunited with his family. And on the other hand, his fellow inmates who had nothing to do with him. No doubt Stan chose the former. The next day, he came out to the playground and told everyone, "I don't care about your business anymore. Let your nature run wild." As soon as he said that, the white and black people who were reading a book got into a fight. The whole playground immediately turned into a coliseum, but the warden was very happy to see this scene. A few days later, the Board of Supervisors came to inspect the place, and the warden kept his word. He recommended to the Board of Supervisors that Stan be released early. When they interrogated him, he answered well enough at first, but when he thought of the innocent smiles of the inmates and the dependence of the weaker ones on him, he suddenly regretted it. He started taunting the parole officers over and over again. He made her angry and threw him out. Meanwhile, with the prison warden's planning, the inmates were armed and divided into 2 gangs in the middle of the field. The warden had his men set up sniper rifles and were ready to shoot. By the time Stan arrives, it's too late. The 2 sides were about to go at it. That's when one of the inmates turned on the tape recorder. As soon as the bosses heard the music, they went from a battle to a dance-off. The men also danced like a group. Stan was also very pleased to see this scene. He was handcuffed with a smile. Even the Board of Supervisors and prison guards danced along with him. Only the warden was furious. He directly grabbed the guard's gun and shot the prisoner several times. And this scene was seen by the supervisory board. His job was definitely gone, so he pointed the finger at Stan. Just as he was about to shoot Stan, a foot appears out of nowhere and kicks the warden down. It was the master who arrived just in time. He helped Stan to solve the crisis. After that, harmony was restored in the prison. Soon it was Stan's release day. All the inmates came to hug him goodbye with reluctance. The white gang leader had Stan's portrait tattooed on his belly to commemorate him. He hopes to carry on Stan's good tradition. You can subscribe and leave comments if you have any ideas. Thanks for watching. See you next time.